The challenges and barriers that trans women face in accessing HRT, especially in the context of a broken trans healthcare system, long waiting times for gender identity clinics, and stigma and discrimination. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT, is a vital treatment for many trans women who want to align their physical appearance with their gender identity. HRT can help reduce gender dysphoria and improve mental health and well-being. However, accessing HRT in the UK is not easy for trans women, who face multiple challenges and barriers in the process. One of the main challenges is the shortage of HRT products across the UK, which has been ongoing for several years. The shortage affects both cisgender and transgender women who use HRT for menopause symptoms or gender affirmation. According to an endocrinologist, the shortage could have a devastating impact on trans women, who may experience a reversal of the effects of HRT, such as increased body hair, voice changes, mood swings, and loss of bone density. The shortage has been blamed on manufacturing and supply issues, as well as a surge in demand due to an aging population and increased awareness of menopause and transgender health. The shortage has forced many trans women to resort to alternative sources of HRT, such as online pharmacies, black market dealers, or overseas suppliers. However, these options are not safe or reliable, as they may involve high costs, counterfeit products, legal risks, or delays in delivery. Some trans women have also had to ration their doses, switch to different products, or go without HRT altogether. These situations can cause physical and psychological distress, as well as affect their quality of life and social relationships. Another challenge that trans women face in accessing HRT is the long waiting times for gender identity clinics, GICs, which are the only NHS services that can prescribe HRT for transgender patients. The waiting times for GICs vary across the UK, but they are generally far beyond the recommended 18 weeks. Some trans women have reported waiting for several years to get an appointment at a GIC. This means that many trans women have to endure prolonged periods of gender dysphoria and mental health issues without adequate support or treatment. The long waiting times for GICs are partly due to the lack of funding and resources for transgender healthcare in the UK. There are only 7 GICs in England and 1 each in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. These clinics are understaffed and overwhelmed by the increasing number of referrals from GPs. The demand for transgender healthcare has risen significantly in recent years, as more people have come out as transgender or non-binary. However, the supply of transgender healthcare has not kept up with the demand. The lack of funding and resources for transgender healthcare also reflects the stigma and discrimination that trans people face in society. Trans people often encounter prejudice, harassment, violence, and exclusion from various domains of life, such as education, employment, housing, media, sports, and politics. These negative attitudes and behaviors can affect their self-esteem, mental health, safety, and access to services. Trans people may also face discrimination within the healthcare system itself, such as being misgendered, denied treatment, or subjected to invasive questions by healthcare professionals. Therefore, trans women face multiple challenges and barriers in accessing HRT in the UK. They have to cope with the shortage of HRT products, the long waiting times for GICs, and the stigma and discrimination that pervades society and healthcare. These factors can have serious consequences for their physical and mental health, as well as their social and economic well-being. To address these issues, there is a need for more funding and resources for transgender healthcare, more education and training for healthcare professionals on transgender issues, more awareness and acceptance of transgender people in society, and more involvement of trans people in decision-making processes that affect their lives.